Good day, Fries. Today with me I've got your study papers, jou leerpapier vir die Junie eksamen. Soos julle kan sien, skryf julle die 1 Junie. You write the Afrikaans first additional language on the 1st of June 2026. Okay, let's start. Okay, so the paper will be divided in different sections. Die papier, die eksamen gaan opgedeel word in verskillende afdelings. Afdeling A will be section A, your comprehension. What we say is a leesbegrip. We did one like that about laughing in class. So you will get a text or a passage, and afterwards you have to answer the questions in Afrikaans. So jy gaan die leesstuk lees, die meeste van die antwoorde gaan in die leesstuk wees. Wat baie belangrik is, what's very important, you have to read the passage or text really good. So jy moet dit baie mooi deurgaan. Read through it. That will give you a total mark of 20 points. When you write the answers, please make sure that you have said enough in the answer so that it will be able to get to those 20 marks. Rather say more than less. So skryf eerder te veel as te min. That's your section A. Then we go on to section B, afdeling B. En hier is die taal, die language. Please make sure you learn this very good. Okay, the first one will be alphabetical order, alfabetiese volgorde. So you have to know your alphabet from A to Z. Then you will have words that you have to be placing in correct alphabetical order. Jy gaan alfabeties die woorde moet gaan rangskik volgens die alfabet. Please make sure you understand. You need to look at the first letter of each word before placing it in the correct order. The second point at language will be pronouns, voornaamwoorde. Voornaamwoorde en is naamwoorde wat gebruik word in die plek van selfstandige naamwoorde. So, it is in the place of a proper noun or a personal noun. There is an example in Afrikaans. Ek het 'n posduif. It's something that I've got. It's mine. En in Afrikaans is daar meer as een. Ek het 'n posduif. Dis my posduif. Die posduif is myne. Please make sure of that bold words here. That is your pronouns, jou voornaamwoorde. Jy het 'n pen, you've got a pen, the pen is yours. But in Afrikaans, we say, jy het 'n pen, dis jou pen, die pen is joune. So, at each sentence, there are 3 pronouns, 3 voornaamwoorde. That's something that's very important. Onpersoonlike voornaamwoorde, impersonal pronouns. Dit, daar, this, that. This is a book. That is a cat. Dit is a cat. Daar lê die boek. Okay, then there is just examples for you. Onthou is remember. Die voornaamwoord dit word vir lewelose voorwerpe gebruik. So the word dit is for things that's not alive, like a book or a chair or a table. Dit is 'n tafel, dit is 'n stoel. Ek hou die papier vas, want dit waai in die wind. Hier is jou huiswerk, doen dit deeglik, die boek lê daar. Then there's a list of pronouns. Please make sure you learn this properly. Ek, I, jy, you, hy, he, sy, she. My word my. The spelling stays the same. Jou, your, hy, his, sy, her. myne, mine, joune, yours, syne, his, haar, hers. Okay, please make sure you go through this and learn this. Then we are off to page 3, and the list goes on of the pronouns. I'm just going to go through it quickly. Ons, we, julle, you, hulle, wy, hom, him, haar, her. Ons is our or us. Julle, your, hulle, their. Ons sin, ours. Ons sin, this is mine, it's mine. Ons sin, ours, julle sin, yours, hulle sin, theirs. Then there's an exercise that you can do at home. Okay, I've given you open lines so that you can fill this in. Oefen by die huis. There you must fill in. So, Luke, fill in is to fill in the word dit of daar. This of there. Ek moet teruggee aan my vriend. Ek moet dit. Look which one is the correct one. Ek moet dit teruggee aan my vriend. Of gaan dit wees, ek moet daar teruggee aan my vriend. So you can complete these at home on your own. Then the next thing that we are going to do is to underline, onderstreep die korrekte voornaamwoord. So if you can remember, voornaamwoord is a pronoun. Katlego was in 'n ongeluk. Now you have to choose. There's 3 options. So you have to choose which one is suitable. Hy is nou in die hospitaal. Is Katlego is she? Sy is in die hospitaal. Or dit. This. Okay, but remember it's a person. So make sure you know which one is correct. Then there's also a few that you can do. Please make sure you know what the correct pronoun is. Voegwoorde, conjunctions. Voegwoorde is woorde wat 2 sinne aan mekaar verbind. So there are 2 sentences, and if we want to combine those sentences, we use a conjunction. Ons het 2 sinne, en as ons dit wil saamvoeg, dan gebruik ons 'n woordjie om dit saam te voeg. Okay, then there's different groups. Here are group 1. Met die woorde in die groep bly die woordorde dieselfde. So the order in the group, in the sentences stays the same. And there's an example. Sentence 1 and sentence 2. So for example, ek is laat vir skool, maar kom ons sê, ek is siek, maar ek gaan skool toe. Ek is siek, ek gaan skool toe. You just add the conjunction, the maar, and you say, ek gaan skool toe, maar ek is siek. So the sentence stay the same. It doesn't change. That's your first group. Your second group, the verb, the doing word, in Afrikaans is dit jou werkwoord, of the word in the second sentence come after the conjunction. So make sure your werkwoord kom na die voegwoord, en dis in groep 2. These are words like dus, toe, tog, anders. For example, ek het gehardloop, ek het gewen. Ek het gehardloop, toe wen ek. So wen is dan jou werkwoord in jou tweede sin, en hy kom na die voegwoord. Groep 3, die werkwoord van die tweede sin, kom aan die einde van die sin. So the verb or the doing word of the second sentence come at the end. And this conjunction is nadat, alhoewel, omdat, as, of, as en of. Okay, ek gaan speel, ek doen huiswerk. Of nee, ek doen huiswerk, ek gaan speel. Ek gaan speel nadat ek huiswerk gedoen het. So luister, die werkwoord is aan die einde. This you can practice at home. Sy kon nie gaan werk nie. Haar kar is stukkend. Now you have to look at that word. That's your conjunction. That is your voegwoord. So you have to know in what group is this word. Is it in group 1, 2 or 3? Then you will know, oh, the sentence will stay the same. I just add the conjunction. Or maybe the doing word in the second sentence must come after the conjunction, or the doing word must be at the end. So in this example, want is in group 1, so nothing changed. It stays the same. Sy kon nie gaan werk nie, want haar kar is stukkend. Die sin bly dieselfde. And then there's one that is also a group 1, so you are going to do this on your own. Omdat is in group 3, there it is. So you have to change it so that the doing word is at the end, and nadat is also in group 3. So if you look, you will see there's no group 2, but you have to learn group 2 as well, because you don't know what's in the exam. Then there's page 5, lidwoorde. That's the article. Lidwoorde word voor 'n selfstandige naamwoord, before a proper noun gebruik. So there's only 2. Luckily you have only to remember 2. Is a en die. Okay. Daar word nie na spesifiek iets gewys nie. It's not something specific. It's like a book, a dustbin. It's not specific. Die, daar word spesifiek na iets te verwys. Geef vir my die boek. Give me that book. I will be specific. Then you go through this. Maybe if you read this, you will understand the 2 lidwoorde. Page 6 is also something you can do at home. You have to fill in, oefen by die huis, fill in die of dis jou lidwoorde. Seun val van fiets af. Of die seun val van of die fiets af. So in English it will be a or an. Okay, you can do that at home. And then number 5, trappe van vergelyking. Degrees of comparison. You have to study this very well, because it's very different from English. That's when the positive form of the adjective is usually given, and you have to give either the comparative or the superlative of it. So dis die stellende trap, it's like the big, bigger, biggest. Okay? But you have to know, stellende trap is the first, vergrotende trap en oortreffende trap. Okay, I gave you an example in English now. Big, bigger, biggest. Small, smaller, smallest. But in Afrikaans, there are different types of rules. Like for example, dol, dollar, it gets a double L. In dolste, you lose the one L. Usually, most of the time, listen carefully, not every time, the vergrotende trap has a ER. You see ER. And the oortreffende trap has the STE, but not in everything. For example, goed, beter, beste. Beter doesn't, of beste, it's not goeder, goedste. Okay, so the whole word is changing. And dood, it stays. It's like die. Okay. Then page 7 is for your own to practice at home. We did exactly this example in class, so you can just complete this at home. Then we are almost finished. Page 8 is voor- en agtervoegsels, prefixes and suffixes. Guys, so you can just read through this. The voorvoegsel is in front of the word, a prefix, in front of the word, and the agtervoegsel is behind. It's at the back. Okay, look at that bold letters. That is the voorvoegsels en agtervoegsels. Then we came to the last page. Yes, that's also one that you can practice at home. You fill in a voorvoegsel of 'n agtervoegsel, a prefix or a suffix. Okay, then they gave you a few words that you can practice at home. And then the last section in your paper, afdeling C, will be a writing, a skryfwerk. You are going to design something for me. Jy gaan 'n onderwerp kry en vir my 'n advertensie maak. So you will give a topic. So it's not something that you can do at home. You have to wait for your paper to know what the topic will be, and you will make an advertisement about it. Same as you did in your assessment that I gave you about the circus, but make sure you know this is a different topic. Okay, be creative, guys, and enjoy.